YouTube, what's the vibe? It's your boy Zebo708, and we back in the building with another one, or another two. All right, so I'm back with two fragrances from one of my favorite fragrance houses. I did a few videos on a couple of their fragrances, and I love this house. This house has like a nose for creating great fragrances. And even though they smell luxurious, expensive, I don't want to say if they're designers or not, because, you know, they're pretty much Middle Eastern fragrances. So, you know, over there, they might be something bigger than what they are over here. But the house that I'm talking about is Anfar London. And I'm bringing you two fragrances from Anfar London. First, we got Anfar London Musc D'Orient. And that's the box for the first one. Then we have Anfar London Musc D'Orient. So, pretty decent boxes. I love the way that they got their presentation set up. You know, they got their little designs on it. They got ingredients and all of that, barcodes. They got the Anfar London on the top, nothing on the bottom. Decent presentation. I love their presentation. Flip that over, slide that back. And this joint is nice. They got a little booklet in the inside, kind of give you a description about, you know, Anfar London. QR code on the back. And this sits in a little slot on the side of the fragrance. So we're going to jump right into this one. First, it's a little cushion in here that holds it in place. You know, they put some time and some effort into it. You know, for some reason, man, these Middle Eastern fragrances, they pretty much all the bells and whistles with their fragrances. So here's the bottle. White, gold trim. Got the two liners in there. It's a decent bottle. And this is rubbery. Heavy bottle. It's very heavy. Cap. It's not magnetic, but it pops on. Pretty sturdy. Gold sprayer. So this fragrance is one of my favorite fragrances from the house. You know, I have at least 6 fragrances from this house, and all of them, you know, do their own thing. They're all different. None of them pretty much smell the same. And they do what they do. I love them. I get compliments with them. You know, I ain't really big on the compliment thing. I don't really, you know, tell you about fragrances that, you know, grab compliments, and, you know, that's just not my thing. However, because I don't really talk about it, these fragrances do get compliments because they smell so good. They smell rich. They smell expensive. They smell luxurious. However, they are affordable. You can look up these fragrances pretty much anywhere, and they'll have them, and they'll all be under 50 bucks. So I'm going to jump into the notes, give you the notes on them, put it in the air, you know, and put it on skin and give you, you know, a little description of the fragrance. So we got top notes. We got pink pepper, nutmeg, and saffron. Pretty basic. Pretty basic. Not no whole complex, you know, setup. Middle notes, we got patchouli and amber. Only 2 in the middle notes. This thing starting off real basic, real simple, but it got a very good twist to it. Base notes, woody, ambroxan, and musk. That's it on the notes. However, I will say this, with the limited notes, this is a nice, smooth blend. Nothing overpowers, you know, the next. You're not decent atomizer, pressured atomizer. Now, the thing with this is, in the gate, you're going to get your pink pepper. You're going to get your nutmeg, your saffron. You're going to get amber. And you're definitely going to get the woods and the musk. But it's so blended that it seems like it want to be sweet, but it's not. Because just as quickly as you get that hint of sweetness, here come your woods, here come your musk, your ambroxan, here come those base notes kicking in, which give it a sweet, warm kind of smell. This fragrance is a fragrance that you can wear all around. You can wear this fragrance summer, fall, winter, spring, because it's not a dense fragrance that's heavy on you. You're gonna smell it. Longevity, it is there. Projection is there. It's all there. The thing about it is that it's not a heavy fragrance where you feel like you suffocated by the fragrance. Like, it's always there, though you know it's there. This is one of those fragrances that, in my opinion, it's a nice, smooth, sexy kind of vibe that makes you just feel like, all right, I'm Gucci, I'm good, I'm in there. Like, it's not one of those doing too much fragrances. I'll put it like that. It's not one of them I'm trying to be seen fragrances. It's not. It's one of them fragrances where someone is going to smell it, notice it, and actually, when they do stumble across you and recognize that you are wearing it, it's going to be that recognition, you know what I'm saying, in their mind, like, damn, that smells good. It's confirmation, you know, and it gives, you know, that confirmation that, yeah, buddy's smelling good. You know, it's one of them fragrances that I truly love to rock because, again, it's not a try hard. It does what it does, and it's not a try hard. It gets in there. So that is Musc D'Orient by Anfar. Beautiful fragrance. Beautiful fragrance. I love this joint. And I definitely rock this joint as much as possible. However, with a big collection, you know, you got to find time to fit certain fragrances in, you know. Bam, we're going to jump right into Musc D'Orient. Same setup, beautiful, beautiful setup. And I usually, you know, they still in the box. I usually hold these, you know what I'm saying, in the box, you know, on the shelf. Because I love the presentation of these fragrances. You know, they put a lot of time and effort into these fragrances. So I definitely, you know, love to set them up, drop the little top on them, and have the fragrance sitting inside on display. Now this one, real similar to the first one. Real similar. However, this one has that silver. See the juice inside? It has a silver kind of look, and then it has the trim in black. Same setup, got the rubber on the joint. No magnet, but, you know, can't complain. So, with this fragrance, it's a little different. And I'm going to give you the note breakdown on it. It's a little different, but I'm going to give you the note breakdown and you'll see why it's different. But we'll get into that. I don't want to get too far ahead. So we got top notes: pineapple, grapefruit, spicy, bergamot, and blackcurrant. That's your top notes. As you can see, how they change things up. This one has, a few more notes inside, this one than the last one. Middle notes: smoky, rose, patchouli, cedar, and jasmine. That's these top notes, more fruity. Bottom notes, more floral a bit, with a mixture of kind of a woodsy type, vibe. So we got base notes: ambergris, vanilla, oak moss, and woody notes. Woody notes, I don't know, we already got cedar in there. So the thing with that is, it's more notes in this fragrance than in the last one, which is what I really love about this house. They constantly mix it up. I have like 5 or 6 fragrances from this house, and none of them smell the same. None of them. They don't even remind me of each other. So they definitely doing their thing by mixing it up and, always stepping in the lab and creating something new. I'm for that. I'm for that 100%, because I don't want flanker after flanker after flanker after flanker, and all flankers, bottom lines, pretty much smell the same with one note added heavily just to kind of throw you off a little bit. Nah, work for it. Again, the price point on this, real reasonable. Nothing over the top. You can get these fragrances $450 and under, depending on where you go. So you're not breaking the bank. However, these are, again, luxurious. They smell expensive. They smell like designer, like they really hold their own. So I'm gonna go ahead, put that in the air. Pressurized atomizer. Man, you get your fruity aspect up top, but it's not overwhelming. It's not where you like, oh, that's a little too fruity for me. No, I ain't really rock. No, it's fruity, but not fruity in the sense of, too fruity, because you got your spices in there. You got your bergamot. That is kind of balancing that fruity aspect out. And you can smell the fruits in it, but it's like an undercurrent. Under that, you got your smoky vibe that come in. That's, playing this role also, in this note breakdown. It's like, man, it's mixed in there pretty good. You got the jasmine, which is, it mixed in with the floral aspect of it. That kind of offsets the fruity aspect of it, because the mixture of the floral and the fruits gives it a sweet floral kind of vibe to it that is like riding on the vanilla and oak moss and the woody aspect of it. So it's definitely a fragrance that is masculine, but could be unisex. No doubt is it masculine, but it could be unisex. And the only reason why I say it could be unisex, because it's just like the first one. It's not a dense, heavy fragrance. It's a sweet, fruity, floral, smoky, woodsy kind of fragrance. If you understand what I mean, it's blended well. It's blended well. Now, off skin, the fruity aspect of it kind of mellows down and settles down into, the jasmine mixture. into the smoky woodsy area. It's more leaning toward the woodsy, smoky floral or sweet floral kind of vibe. It's definitely a good, strong, solid fragrance. It's not going to be one of those fragrances, is definitely not going to be one of those fragrances where you accidentally overspray and you want to hurry up and go take you a shower just to try to, get yourself some air. It's not that. It's not heavy and dense and suffocating. It's light, it's fresh, but at the same time, it's thick and pronounced. So it's definitely gonna represent, the vibe that you're trying to put forth, because it projects strongly. Like it holds its own on projection. Longevity, you getting a good 8, depending on if you spraying on your clothes, plus 8+ on your clothes. Anfar London is a house that, and I'm gonna go on a book to say this. This is a house that I always feel safe grabbing fragrances from, because I haven't been disappointed by any of the fragrances that I bought from this house. However, I don't just go in, just buying fragrances. I don't just go in buying fragrances. I also, I look at the notes and see if what's in it is along the lines of what I like to wear. But the mixture, the mystique, the representation, the ingenuity that they put into creating their fragrances is brilliant to me, because their fragrances represent what I'm trying to represent on my body. And you know what I'm saying? I love the fragrances that they produce. And these two are great fragrances from Anfar London that I really, really, really love. And I would definitely buy, if I ran out of these, I definitely will get them again. And knowing what I know about these fragrances, if I had the opportunity to get them and I didn't have them, I definitely would grab it. Hands down. Beautiful fragrances. And Anfar London, a lot of people sleep on Anfar London. A lot of people sleep on them. They're not in people's top 10. They're not, a fragrance house that's overtly spoken about. A select few people kind of like, speak on the house, but they definitely sleepers, and these fragrances are up there in my opinion. Like these are fragrances that are must have in my collection. If I accidentally drop one of these bottles, I'm definitely ordering another one after I clean the mess up. That's just how good they are to me. So, in my opinion, I give them thumbs up, and, they represent. So, I'm going to go ahead and let y'all go. Just want to, jump in here and slide these two fragrances up under you just in case you have seen them or you run across them in the near future and, don't know nothing about them, because a lot of people are pretty much sleep on that house. You'll have some type of ideal about these fragrances, and you won't be totally in the blind. If you got the opportunity to get your nose on them and smell them, do that. But I didn't do that. I checked the notes out, ordered them, and I love them. So I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here, let y'all go. Man, you know how I do. Oh, and please like, comment, subscribe if you ain't subscribed, share, jump in the comments, You know what I'm saying? You know how we do. We always, we discuss whatever, you know what I'm saying, whenever, about whatever. Throw some fragrances out. You know, let's talk about it. That's what we here for. It's your boy Zebo 708. I'm up out of here. Peace.